Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr. Let me get this out of the way super duper quickly. First of all, I'm going to advertise the Patreon at the start of the video. I'm not going to do that every single episode, just occasionally, so I'll go into that in a minute. But also, I think I chipped my tooth at the back, and it's kind of jamming into my tongue every time I talk, which I know sounds disgusting. It's kind of very uncomfortable, borderline painful. So if this ends up being a short episode, or if I just have to suddenly stop, or if I sound lispy as fuck, that's why. It's not good. I gotta make a dentist appointment. Anyway, so we're going to do some side quests this episode because a few of you told me, and thank you by the way, that we are about to take on the final battle of the main story of Elsweyr, and I know most people would rather see all the side stuff done first, so this is an episode to give you a chance to give me some feedback in that regard. If you really would like to see me do the side quests in Elsweyr before we do the final battle, we can, or if you'd rather just see the final battle, also let me know. Either way, just let me know in the comments. I'll give you like 5 seconds right now to type your reply. Go on, go. Has it been 5 seconds yet? We're going to assume so. Now, the other thing, I have a Patreon. As I mentioned, I'm going to advertise it super duper quickly. I'm going to try and keep it brief because I know most people aren't going to want to hear this. But it's kind of important because YouTube is essentially my second job. So if we go to full screen, beautiful, should work in a moment. There we go. So this is my, oh my fucking word, this is my Patreon page. So there are two tiers currently, $1 and $5. For the $1 you get your name shout out, for the $5 you get all the stuff here. So basically the abbreviated version is you get a poll every month to vote on a game you want to see me live stream. Last month was Minish Cap, which we haven't quite finished yet, but we're very close. As soon as that's done, we'll chuck up another poll. In fact, I'll probably chuck up the poll very soon on the Patreon/Twitch subscribers section of the Discord, so do link your account to the Discord if you are one. And then you'll be able to vote. So like I said, I'll chuck that poll up soon so that it's ready to go when we finish Minish Cap. Any live stream VODs that wouldn't usually end up on YouTube will be uploaded privately there if you wish to view them. So basically, there's a bunch of stuff that I stream but doesn't end up on YouTube. This will end up on YouTube privately so that if you are a patron or a Twitch subscriber and you really want to watch it on YouTube but not on Twitch, you can do so there. The videos are still saved on Twitch. Some people don't seem to realize that. You can still watch a video of a live stream after it's happened on Twitch. I could lock it. I'm not going to do that because I always think that's kind of dickish, you know, like this is behind a paywall. So it's not behind a paywall. It's just you will have to watch it on Twitch instead of YouTube if you're a patron, or if you're not a patron or a Twitch subscriber. And occasional random videos, video games, podcasts, that type of thing. Alright, so let's do this side quest. And like I say, please let me know in the comments if you would like to see me do more of the side quests and Elsweyr before we finish the main story. How do I switch back? There we go. Alright, it's going to be a black screen for a moment. So whilst it's doing that, I'm going to just read you. There you go. The Dark Elf Elsweyr has come to Hakoshey to investigate Magnate Faina Darak. Rumor has it that she's the descendant of the Akaveri potentate. I agreed to help him in his investigation. I should introduce myself to Magnate Faina Darak and see what information I can find out from her. I can find her in Hakoshey's town square. Alright, let's go. Oh, look at that. Look at this guy. He's a fire breather. Almost murdered me. Thanks, man. You do realize I got fur, right?
Please, can't you do something?
Of course. I'll have the town guards investigate tonight.
Thank you, Magnate Faina Darak.
And who do we have here? Come, let us speak.
My name's Jason McFurryface at your service.
Welcome to the town of Hakoshey. I must say it is not often I see a new face. Have you perhaps come to take part in our festival?
Highly recommend, by the way, do not commentate videos when your tooth is chipped. My god, it hurts. A festival?
The Proving Festival, yes. Through a series of trials, the people of Hakoshey must prove themselves to their ancestors. We do so by completing 3 trials, otherwise known as the 3 proofs.
Alright, I'm listening.
First, the proof of reverence calls on our ancestors to witness our deeds. Second, the proof of strength displays our might and bravery. Lastly, the proof of wisdom tests our knowledge and wit. Through these trials, we show our worth.
Alright, hold on. The proof of reverence calls on our ancestors to witness our deeds. What? That's really obscure. Like, the second one, okay, be strong and brave. Then, you know, be intelligent. Wisdom. It's wisdom and intelligence are not the same thing, by the way. Wisdom comes with, like, you know, age and learning things over time, and intelligence is just pure intelligence. A lot of people confuse the two. They're like, well, you know tons of stuff, so you must be really smart. It's like, no, that's education. Anyway, so I don't know what the hell the first one's about, but I guess we're about to find out. I'd like to join, if I may.
Of course. I'm sure you too have ancestors you wish to honor. First, you must speak with Domitia Nasica. You'll find her just by the river. Listen well to her words, for she will guide you through your first trial.
Well, there was Jason McGrizzle, which was originally an orc, and he's like a distant relative, probably, I guess, I don't know. And then there was Lizzie McGrizzle, who was a lizard, who I played in the Skyrim playthrough, which I never finished, but, you know, Skyrim's very long.
Let me know if you have any other questions. I realize that Hakoshe can be quite the curiosity for travelers such as yourself.
Now, do I think they're worthy of, you know, praising or anything like that? I mean, not really. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation earlier. Some sort of trouble?
Nothing to worry about. Domitia just hasn't been sleeping well.
Spill the beans,
She
bitch.
believes there's something prowling around her house at night. I suspect it to be just bad dreams.
See, this is how people die. But you're gonna have the town guard search.
Of course. I'd never dismiss a citizen who seeks my aid. Having the town guards investigate will help ease Domitia's fears. That alone may be enough to stop her nightmares. And if the dreams continue, I'll make sure she's seen by a healer.
Alright, I'm predicting it now. This bitch, Faina, whatever, evil. I'll tell you why. Look at her face. Look at that face. She's got a grimace, okay? And I don't mean the big purple dude from, is it Burger King? Wherever. I don't mean that guy. Look, she's like permanently frowning. Also, black lipstick, black hair, signs of an evil person, black outliner, evil. I'm not saying if you do these things in real life you're evil. I'm talking about like stereotypes in video games and stuff. She looks a bit like a witch. I think she's causing this person nightmares through some kind of weird ritual, like she's using them as like a puppet or something, or I don't know. She's behind it, I'm telling you now. I see. Tell me about Hakoshe.
Though Hakoshe is known for its Akaviri ancestry, the truth is that our imperial bloodline runs far richer. Still, we honor our Akaviri ancestors by maintaining some of their customs. The Proving Festival is a shining example of that.
Yeah, her voice as well. She sounds... You know, she's just got that, like, just she sounds a bit like Maleficent, you know what I mean? She's got the Maleficent about her. Tell me about this festival.
The Proving Festival has not been celebrated since Hakoshe was first founded. I didn't even know it existed until I found a first-hand account of the festival in my family's records.
Your family,
It's been quite the challenge getting everyone up to speed.
Why did Hakoshe stop celebrating it?
I'm not sure. Perhaps the town just wasn't interested in celebrations when Hakoshe was first founded. They were refugees, after all. You can read about it yourself if you're so inclined. I happen to have the book with me.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
I hold the title of Magnet,
Well,
though
yeah.
I have no emperor who supports me. Still, my family has led Hakoshe since its founding, and chose to take the title to reflect that role. It has been my honor to lead this town for over 10 years now.
Yeah, I don't trust you at all. Well, so I think it's Magnate, not Magnet, but, you know, I'm usually pretty bad at pronouncing things, so don't quote me on that, but I think it's Magnate. Why has your family always led the town?
Because it was our family who founded it. My ancestors wished to create a place of safety and peace, where Akaviri traditions could continue to be passed down and honored.
There's like
a
a cult?
goal I still strive to respect to this day.
I can't help but notice your name. Is it Akaviri?
Yes, as is my family's tradition. We tend to keep closer to our Akaviri heritage than most. I even speak a little of the language, though I suspect my accent is quite atrocious.
Oh yeah, I don't trust you at all. I mean, to be fair, I do say this about almost everyone we meet in Elder Scrolls Online, but I've never been quite so sure. Like, I would put money on it if I could. If I could bet money, not that I have very much of it, but if I had money and I could bet it, I would be willing to put that down. Hello, you're quite attractive.
Oh,
Well,
you're
sort
that
of.
traveler I saw earlier. Do you need something?
The Magnate, if that's how you say it, has allowed me to join the festival and said I should speak to you.
Truly? That was certainly nice of her. Your first step is to complete the proof of reverence. This trial allows us to call upon our ancestors to watch over us, as we prove ourselves worthy of their name.
Now, her voice, she reminds me of a bunch of, like, you know, if you've ever seen or played mods specifically for Oblivion, I feel like there's always a girl that sounds just like her in an Oblivion mod. How do I do that?
With this paper lotus, write the names of your honored ancestors on its petals and place the lotus in the river. This will allow it to float into the afterlife. Think of it like a calling card, a way to get your ancestors to pay attention.
Honestly, I feel like we're doing some kind of ritual here, but we're just oblivious to it, because as we've established, our character's kind of an idiot. Alright, I'll do it.
Return to me when you've completed your task. Oh, and feel free to ask any questions you may have. This is Hakoshe's first proving festival in over a century, after all. I'm sure you're just as curious as everyone else.
Oh yeah. Tell me about the proof of reverence.
Before we can prove ourselves to our ancestors, we must first get their attention. The paper lotus acts as a ceremonial letter of sorts. By placing it into the river, we allow it to be carried into the realm of the dead.
So it's basically a Luigi board. That's a joke, by the way. I know it's Ouija board. Is that based on an Akaviri belief?
Yes, it is. The Akaviri believe that all waterways connect the realms of the living and dead. There are many folktales about boats being lost in heavy fog and landing on shores filled with restless spirits.
Also, not really a joke, more of a reference. You know, just Google Luigi board and you'll see it. It's pretty good. Do you believe that?
I used to, when I was little. Whenever I would go jump in a puddle, my mother would yell, "Stop that! You'll fall right into the afterlife." Truthfully, though, she just didn't want my dress to get muddy.
Smart. And you said this was your first proving festival?
Excited, of course. Honestly, I'm shocked we gave up the tradition in the first place.
Inappropriate response.
No one even remembered the festival existed until the magnate found an old record about it.
Unless I misread the question, but I don't think I did. If it's not a tradition, why did Hakoshe decide to have the festival now? Look at her, she's like permanently smiling. She's the opposite of Grimace. Also, there's a mud crab behind her. Disgusting creatures.
Our town doesn't have much wealth or power, but we do take pride in our ancestry. Learning about our Akaviri culture and celebrating it is important to us. And the Proving Festival is the perfect way to do just that.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Suspicious. They're all so... Oh, I've got to place the lotus, that's right. This gives a bit of get off my horse then. Alright, how do we do this? Place the lotus. It puts the lotus on his skin or else it gets the hose again. Excuse me. Alright. I'm going to watch this float down the river. I'll probably cut it out. Because you probably don't want to see it. I knew it. I knew it would disappear when it went under the bridge. That's all I wanted to see. Alright. I did it. I'm the greatest swordsman that ever lived.
Through this proof, you have shown reverence. Well done. Next is the proof of strength. You'll need to... I'm sorry. I'm just so tired today.
Please don't do that.
There's been a lot of strange noises at night lately, and I haven't slept very well.
Or maybe it's just me, but whenever someone yawns in a video game or a movie or just real life or anything, even if it's clearly a fake yawn, just even the word yawn, there you go. I don't know why. It actually makes me yawn, and I hate it. Is that why you and the magnate were talking?
You overheard that? Ah, well, yes. I've started hearing noises at night. Heavy breathing, uneven footsteps that seem to shuffle about.
Sorry, that was me.
At first I thought I was dreaming it all, but now I am not too sure.
What are you wearing? Any idea what it might be?
I don't, though the magnate has promised to send a patrol out tonight. Hopefully they'll find whatever it is. But you've got a proof to complete. Head over to Vectrasi for your next task. He's just a little ways west of here, right up the hill.
Okay, I will robotic response.
Good luck with the proof of strength, and let me know if you need anything.
Push her in the river. Man, I wish you could do that. Like, I realize it's very random, but there's just something about... Maybe it's because I had a mod on Fallout 4 that let me push people, but... Oh, man. I fucking love pushing people in rivers and stuff in video games. Like, any game that just lets you do something like that, 10 out of 10.
What can I do for you, traveler?
I like your voice, I like your beard, I like the scar, gives character, adds character. I'm here to complete the proof of strength. The magnate gave me permission to beat your ass!
You wish to prove yourself before your ancestors. Very well. To the north lies a cave wherein beautiful sugar daisies grow. Bring me one, and you will have proved your strength.
There's a bear in the cave or something, isn't there? How does that prove my strength?
Ah, didn't I mention? The cave also happens to be a cinch lion lair.
Close enough.
And I doubt the beasts will be particularly fond of your intrusion.
Okay.
Make sure to keep your senses about you. Cinch lions aren't beasts to take lightly.
Tell me more about this proof of strength.
The Akaviri have always placed a great emphasis on martial prowess. The proof of strength shows our ancestors that we remain strong and are prepared to face any danger that may befall us.
Strong like ox. Are the Akaviri known to be great warriors? Well, obvious. Oh my god. How does my character know nothing?
The greatest.
Don't
Akaviri warriors are known for both their might and magic. It was only because of their aid that General Riemann was able to pacify all of Tamriel under his rule. Why, it was Akaviri who founded the Dragon Guard.
The Dragon Guard bows?
Proud warriors who formed the Dragonborn Riemann's personal guard. Unfortunately, they seem to have disbanded after the Akaviri potentate fell. I still think they're around, though, waiting for their moment to return.
Probably. Alright, where are we going for the last one? Oh, that's right, we're gonna go in the cave. Is it just because the cave really far away? Yeah, kind of. Good lord. Oh, didn't we find this? Yeah, I think we walked in here at one point completely by mistake when I was lost, though I think I cut that out because it made me look like a right tit. But yes, I do believe I actually got lost in this section before. Right, so I'm going to see if we can get this without any combat, because I find the irony to be frankly quite delicious. In doing a test of strength and then not having to... Oh, come on! Son of a bitch! I want the irony to be delicious, goddammit. Man, you have, like, way too much health now. Like, just infinite HP, like, all of the health in the entire world. No. I will not fight thee. I'm a pacifist. Club it, son. Give me that booty. Oh, no. Oh, God, there's so many of them. Why, though? What the hell? Alright, I get the feeling you can't do this the pacifist way, which does make sense, because again, it's supposed to be like, oh, look at you, aren't you? Because they weren't really aggro to me until I... Yeah, exactly. They weren't... Oh, it's a lion. They weren't really aggro to me until I picked up the flower, or tried to pick up the flower, so I think it's just like a scripted fight that you have to do. Of course, this bastard pops out last when I've got, like, no mana left. You absolute git. I know, by the way, we have the ultimate ability, but it's really not been necessary, and I do try and save it for when it's useful, you know? I mean, had I known we were going to fight like 5 lions... He's healing. What a prick. Had I known we were going to fight like 5 lions, I'd have used it at the start, but like, why use it now, right? Like, he's half dead. I think we got him, you know? To be honest, he's doing basically no damage to me, as long as he doesn't heal again. Which could be quite frustrating. But I get the feeling he's probably a one-and-done kind of healer, you know? Yep. Get wrecked. It's worth 21 gold. That's just upsetting. I don't want any of that. It's all crap. Crap, I tell you. Yoink. Sugar daisy. Alright, let's go. There's a dead person here. Who is that? I think that's a player. That's funny. Okay. We've arrived. I'm still being chased. Yeah, there's so many enemies between here and the cave system. Or, it's not a cave system, but like where we had to get the flower. Are you seriously still following me, my dude? Get the F out of here. Oh, there we go. Alright, he left. Finally. Yeah, there was tons of enemies, man. It's like a treacherous zigzag path of death.
You have the look of victory about you. Tell me, were you successful?
Well, I'm not dead, so what do you think?
Most impressive. I'd say you've certainly made your ancestors proud. Good thing, too. Wouldn't want any unhappy spirits mucking about Hakoshe. They'd bring all sorts of misfortune.
Is this another of your Akaviri beliefs?
Quite right.
I scoff at them.
It's part of why honoring our ancestors is so important.
Scoff.
Happy ancestors gift their descendants with good fortune. Wrathful ancestors, well, they do just the opposite. They curse us with misery, desolation, even death.
You think these people would just be enjoying the afterlife, you know, like living it up in heaven, you know, getting fed grapes by fucking hotties or something? But no, they're like, I'm gonna punish my ancestors. You're supposed to be nice to your ancestors. They're your relatives, you dicks.
Yes, death. Of course, you'd need to perform a great dishonor for such a punishment. Not that you have to worry about that.
How long have I got?
Both your reverence and strength. Now, it's time to test your wit. Head to the town square and speak to Valoria.
Wit.
Don't
Never heard of
dawdle
it.
now. The proof of wisdom awaits you back in Hakushe.
Okie oh, it's over there. Okay then. Oh man, my mouth hurts like hell. It does feel like it's getting slightly better, but yeah, I keep poking every now and then to make sure it's not bleeding. We're good so far. It's not bleeding, but man, it's just not comfortable. Hey, it's fire breathing, man. If only that. Honestly, I kind of thought that was going to be one of the trials, like walking across hot coals or breathing fire or something. But no, they're like, float a lotus down the river, then almost die. What are you doing? What are you doing, you fool? Who are you murdering? Are you doing a quest? It was doing. I was already on my horse. Look at these great staring eyes, like saucers they are. Why is everyone always level 619? Is that like the max equipment level or something? Also, I know I said he. It's a she. It's a reference. Everything I say is a reference.
Why, if it isn't our town's mysterious stranger? Magnate Faina told me all about your participation. Have you completed the first 2 proofs?
I have.
Excellent, excellent. Then you are ready for the proof of wisdom. I am most useful when empty. I am most generous when full. What am I?
Like a flask or something? I have to solve a riddle?
Of course. What better way to show your wisdom? The riddle describes one of the items on this table. Choose the correct item and bring it to me. Only then will you pass the trial.
It's gotta be
Best
a
of luck,
flask.
dear. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I like stuff like this. Tell me about the proof of wisdom.
Throughout Akaviri history, the proof of wisdom has been performed in a number of ways. Scholars draft grand essays, writers compose ornate poems, philosophers perform lengthy debates. But for Hakushe, we went with riddles.
Why riddles?
The people of Hakushe are simple folk,
Yeah.
and our great scholars are few and far between. A modest trial keeps morale up, while still honoring our ancestors. However, we did get a few essay submissions for the magnate to review.
Now she said magnate. Is the magnate a scholar then?
Of course, just like the rest of her family. Every Akaviri text we have is safely contained within the magnate's home, and she makes sure to study them. Even teaches the young ones a bit of the language.
Okay, so something on the table, she said. Oh, here. Yep, I mean, it's the... Well, no, they're... Surely the bowl and the potion both fall into the same category. Let me hear the
Best
thing
of luck,
again.
dear. I am most useful when empty. I am most generous when full.
I suppose the bowl then more so than the potion. Either way, I was right when I said a flask. The flask would have counted, but the potion's like got
You've returned.
something in it, I guess.
Tell me.
A bowl.
What item? Yes, that is indeed the answer. Oh, I'm just so happy you guessed correctly. I was a little worried my riddle was too obscure.
Excuse me?
I had hoped Magnate Faina would provide a riddle, but she's had her hands full with the festival.
Can I
Poor
have more
thing.
riddles? Preferably harder ones, because I can't like them. Poor thing.
She just has a lot riding on her shoulders.
Question mark.
We're all seeking to honor our ancestors, but the magnate's ancestors are a bit, harder to live up to. I'm sure it's created a good deal of stress.
I see.
May your ancestors be pleased by your actions,
I
traveler.
see. I don't trust any of you people. Oh my god.
Enjoying
Jesus.
the festival, are we?
Get the piss out of me, man. You look like a grey ghost. What are you doing with that drum? Tapping that drum? A wonderful beat. Beautiful. Was that really the riddle? I was hoping it was going to be tough, or we get like 3 of them or something. Whatever, hello.
I'm sure you've heard a great deal about Akaviri culture today.
It's Loki.
But tell me, did you learn anything about the magnate herself?
A family has led Hakushe since its founding. She's well respected and scholarly. There's their help. Also, these people are shit at riddles.
Everything you've learned seems to support the rumor. A descendant of the potentate would certainly be given such privileges. However, my investigation calls for more concrete proof. A document would be best.
And where would I find one?
I've made some inquiries of my own. It seems that Magnate Faina has quite a few records in the cellar of her home. We'll need to break in and search her documents.
And how do we break in? Can you tell me also how to tie my shoes?
We need a key.
That's not breaking in.
I'm positive the captain of the guard carries one.
If there's no
If you would do
breaking
me the kindness of chatting him up
involved,
for a bit,
it's not a break-in.
I'll do my best to obtain the key. Should all go well, we'll be in and out before anyone notices.
Alright, I'll distract the guard.
Very well. Let's get
Drop
moving.
my trousers. Flop out my massive 8-inch cock. Can you tell me more about the town of Hakoshe?
Hakoshe was built after the fall of the Akaviri
Feel like
potentate. It's been...
We asked him all this
let's
before.
see now. A little over 100 years now? Yes, right around that. The
I'm
town
therefore
was
going to skip
founded
this
by
text,
the Akaviri
but I'm going to put it on the
refugees who
screen in
fled
case you want to
during
pause and
the
read it.
Akaviri come from the land of... Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure we
I
have
suppose
heard
that's
all
a
of this.
matter of potentate Vesidushe. So goes the Morag as an agent.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think we've heard all of that. But again, I put it on the screen just in case we haven't, and then you can pause it and read it. You're welcome.
Greetings. Say, aren't you the traveler who joined the proving festival?
Yeah?
Are
Who's
you
asking?
now? Well, that's certainly an impressive feat.
Captain who?
Honestly, this whole affair has been nerve-wracking for me.
What's
I'm
your
not too
favorite
keen
brand
on
of mashed
dishonoring
potato?
my ancestors. Who knows what misfortune would befall me?
Do you see my massive cock? Were you able to complete the 3 proofs?
To be honest, barely. The first 2 proofs were easy enough. Threw a paper lotus in the river, grabbed a sugar daisy for Vecdrasi. But that last proof, well, it stumped me. Couldn't for the life of me figure out the riddle.
It was a bowl, you pillock. How did you solve it, you pillock?
I'll admit it, I had a little help.
Pillock.
Magnate Faina gave me a hint. She's a gracious lady, our magnate. Always helping out folks in need. I'm not sure how Hakoshe would fare without her.
I wonder what the hint was, like, I am round, and sometimes you put fruit in me, and sometimes people who have no taste have haircuts in this style. Ooh, wonder what it could be. I see, well, I'd best be off. It's been absolutely dreadful talking to you, and you should shave that monstrosity off your face. You look like shit. Alright then. Okay, so, excuse me. So we gotta search the manor with our key that we are breaking in with. I know it's still a break-in, but it doesn't make sense.
Quickly now, let's head inside.
It's more like it was a theft, stealing the key, but I don't consider this a break-in. It's like, is it illegal? Yeah,
Well,
but we're not
that's certainly
breaking.
odd. There must be something here to take down that barrier.
That looks ominous as hell. Alright, hang on. By Nelek Pollock, Poet Laureate to Potentate versus Duché. Mine raises his mighty staff and so lights up the east. Zisa waves her graceful wand and so drowns the south. Nifa stomps his boots in anger and so rumbles the north. Sorry, I completely zoned out there because I started thinking about Game of Thrones and then how bad the last season was. Anyway, Ilni, I guess? I can't tell because all the I's and L's look the same when the capitals flutters her colourful fan and so bloats toward the west. Alright, so we got to do like some northeast southwest crapola. Alright, so cash. Oh, I can't take the dice. 10 coins! More than we get from most bosses, let me tell you. Yep, okay, so that's the wind and blah blah blah.
I'm
Oh
willing
my
to bet
word.
those tablets would fit rather nicely into these sockets on the floor.
Fucking hell, now you scared the life out of me. Alright, so who does what now? Okay, drowns the south. So south is the water. No! No! Oh, for fuck's sake, I did it wrong. I did...
Well, that certainly wasn't right. Care to try again?
What one are we doing first, man? Good lord. I guess we're doing fire first? So... Not hard, is it really? Light has to be fire, so east. What one are we doing next? What?
I've generally found that most...
I don't know what order we're doing these in. Because it's not letting me pick. So, fire, and then... I guess we do them from, like, top to bottom, I suppose. So let's try south now. No, he put the wind in. What is going on with this shit? So hang on. Fire, wind, earth, water. Right. Fire, wind, earth, water. Fire, wind, earth, water. Alright, so fire. Bloody bollocks. Wind is flutters, so west. This is very silly the way this is set up. Earth is stomping boots, wherever that was. North, and then the last one. Why don't they just let me pick which bloody item to put in? Whatever. Whatever. It was made by
Looks
Muppets.
like that did it. Let's hit it.
We would have done it first time if it wasn't made by an idiot. Learn a program, you shit.
The
Jesus.
magnate left a letter on her desk. Interesting, don't you think?
Not interesting enough for you to read it, evidently. I'm trying to pick up these coins, but I don't think they actually exist. Upsetting. Alright, well, we'll read this then. My dearest Faina Darroch, I know that our family carries many burdens, and I've been sworn to carry your burden. One day you will lead Akasha and ensure the prosperity of our people, for it is you who carries the blood of the potentate, a connection which proves both blessing and a curse you must prepare. Our family has never allowed word of our lineage to go beyond Akasha's walls, but for good reason. The Morag Tong still haunts the shadows of Tamriel, and they will not take such news lightly. As descendants, of the potentate, we are seen as loose ends to tie up. To ensure our family's safety, we must closely guard this secret. It is the only way for yours matter.
Seems this letter confirms that the magnate is descended from the potentate.
Backstab of justice.
What a pity.
Just
Look, it's
what
the
are you two doing here?
Uh,
Get out at once!
Traitor! How dare you claim to be of mine?
Can I have your armor?
What? What's happening? Please, no!
Oh, damn.
Oh, vegetal.
Did this motherfucker just send her into the nega realm?
Well, it seems we've confirmed that Faina Darroch is a descendant of the potentate. Just in time for her to be whisked away by some vengeful spirit. Just my luck.
Why, though?
Isn't that part of the Akaviri's beliefs? Disrespect your ancestors and they'll have their revenge. And given the spirit's armor, he was definitely Akaviri.
Yeah, just may as well just had a nameplate as well.
Makes me wonder what the magnate did to deserve such a fate.
I am just an Akaviri stamped across his head. So you believe that spirit... Oh, right. No, yeah, I read that right. So you believe that spirit is one of magnate Faina Darroch's ancestors? He just said... Oh my god, my character's an idiot.
I'm not sure, but it's as good a guess as any. Given the
Frank,
turn of
very
events,
armor.
we'd best go after them. Perhaps the local tombs? If I know ghosts, they don't often wander far from their graves.
They do love tombs, the ghosts. Given the turn of events, what do you mean by that?
Some Akaviri is so upset with the magnate that he's returned from the dead. And if I'm to see this investigation through to the end, I need to learn why. Let's head to the tombs. It's just east of the town square.
Okie dokie! Let's go!
Glad you could make it.
Oh, why, thank you, low-key sounding guy. In we go. Alright, so this is going to be a big place, good lord. Akasha Tombs. We've been burying our dead in the Akasha Tombs since the town was founded, so presumably this is how our ancestors did it back in the old Akaviri. Back in old Akavir. But to tell you the truth, I really don't know. Historian Avito Pitio. Bibbidi boopy. I like how he says all that and then he's like, well, to be honest, I don't know. Great historian right there. 10 out of 10. I can see why you were hired.
Still you hunt me, assassin scum? Was my death not enough?
Oh, he said Morag Tong. You know that makes sense. He's a dark elf.
This disappearing act is getting very old, very fast.
I can very safe to recognize you. Any idea why? Could you be a Morag Tong?
He seems to think that I was the Mer who assassinated him.
How
Could
dare
be
you.
a simple case of mistaken identity. After all,
You do
my
look alike.
mother always did tell me I bear a striking resemblance to my grandfather, Methistarum.
Alright, hold on. Google. Methas? Darum. What do you want to bet this is from Oblivion or something? What? Methus Lonavo is a Dhamma patron of the temple. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, I don't see anyone named that. What game is this from? This is from Skyrim. So there's one in Skyrim called Methus Lonavo. But no one called Methus Darum that I can see. Huh. Fascinating. Alright, whatever. Anyway, so your grandfather assassinated the Akaviri we're chasing?
As a member of the Morag Tong, my grandfather executed a great number of people. But, given the location and the armor the spirit wears, let's move ahead. I have a feeling we'll get our answers soon enough.
I like how I mocked the game and my character for being an idiot, not realizing this guy was Morag Tong.
Separate ways.
And it seems like he probably isn't, but also entirely could be, because, I mean, he's a dark elf. He's up to something, and he just did like a, you know, a flashy, like, assassin teleporting away kind of thing. So, oh my word. I'm just saying, if this dude ain't Morag Tong, I would be surprised, but also kind of denied it. But then again, they're like a secret service of, you know, assassins. He's not going to be like, actually, yeah, totally am one of those secret assassins, because he'd be like, well, now I have to kill you. Oh my fucking word. There's so many ghosts. No, I don't. No, I won't believe it. Not even for a second. Not for a moment. I'm trying to move. Oh, for God's sakes. I couldn't move for some reason. Don't know why. Bonk. Alright, get clobbered, son. Get absolutely bloody clobbered. How are you alive? Good lord. Alright, let's check the map. Actually, no, it's not too big at all. It's not too big. It looks really nice in here. I like the lighting. The lighting is very lovely. Hello, I like how you're just standing around like an absolute goober. Like, well, I could patrol. But to be honest, I'm a bloody ghost, so I guess we'll just stand. Like, again, what a shitty afterlife. Like, I'll just stand here in this tomb. Like, no! Have some hot bitches feed you grapes or something, man. Isn't that the point of the afterlife? Isn't that the point of heaven? I've said this before, but if heaven is a bunch of Christians holding hands and singing, that's my idea of hell, you know? Just send me to hell to get force-fed donuts for eternity and, you know, poked in the ass with pitchforks. I'll take that instead, to be honest with you. I really will. Oh, by the way, speaking of witches and stuff, since I did theorize that this woman's a witch, I realized this is like a tenuous link, but I gotta talk about something else. We're killing people. You know, I guess I could cut all this out, but it seems like kind of a visually cool place, so I'll leave it in. But anyway, so I recently watched a movie with a girlfriend called The Witch. It's like stylized and kind of the W is written sort of like two V's. So if you see it, it's that. So it's set in like ye olde New England, which is in America for those that don't know. You know, back at the times when people thought there were witches, and it's very historically accurate as far as I can tell in that regard. But one key difference: there's a bloody witch in the movie, and this is really not a spoiler. This happens in the first 60 seconds, 2 minutes of the movie, and you know it's called The Witch for a bloody reason. Like, this whole premise of the movie. So again, not a spoiler. So I won't tell you anything about why is there like a dead ghost here? What's up with that? That's really weird. That's really weird. So yeah, how does a ghost die and just lay there as a corpse? It doesn't make any sense. You're a bloody spirit, or whatever. To each their own, I suppose. Anyway, so yeah, I watched it with a girlfriend, and I thought it was a very interesting movie, and it's got really high rating on you. It's got like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that. Like, it's very well received. I thought it was pretty good. However, I guess we'll get rid of the Sword of Flame. However, I thought the ending was really crap. And so I googled the ending thinking, like, was there more to it that I missed? Turns out, no, not at all. Like, what you see is what you get with the ending. There's no hidden meaning or anything. It's just, that's just the ending. And the funny thing is, when I googled about the ending, the first, like, article that came up was like, The Witch has the best ending in movie history ever, or something along those lines. And I was like, I mean, clearly we have very different tastes. But, yeah, I thought the ending was a real letdown. So did the girlfriend. Like, to be honest, she didn't particularly like the movie very much at all, unfortunately. I thought it was intriguing, but, you know, the reason I thought it was intriguing was because I thought it was going to have a really cool payoff, and it just didn't. At least not for me, but again, you may feel differently if you kind of line up with what are they called? The people that write stuff? That guy? If you line up with his sort of views. Shade of the Founder.
You will not advance!
Did this man just hit me with a "you shall not pass," but like he just changed it so that it's not, you know, copyright or whatever? You shall not advance. I am Discount Gandalf. Oh my god. Also, he's got a magical staff, you know, so again, full on Gandalf right here. Does that make me the Balrog? That's pretty cool. I like being the Balrog. Oh god, I'm doing the thing. Couldn't interrupt him, was in the animation. Probably shouldn't stand in that, should we? Oh, he's got friends. You know what? Screw you, friends. I'm just going to murder you and I'm going to ignore them, and I think we'll probably be fine. Also, apparently, they got like no HP. You know what? Let's just do the bouncy attack, and it should apparently not bounce at all. What the hell? I guess I'll kill you whilst he's away. Yeah. Whoop. Right, so this guy seems, honestly, quite easy. He's done basically nothing. See, this is the thing with the combat in Elder Scrolls Online. I actually really like it, for the most part. Like, even when the enemies aren't particularly challenging, like this, it's like, you do still have to dodge. Because if I just stand here and try and tank the hits, I probably will die, you know? Like, it's not too tough, but also it's tough enough that you have to try, which is like a nice balance, I think, especially for most people, you know?
You can't find out!
And obviously there is very hard stuff in the game, which is sort of the more optional, like delves and what have you, and I guess delves are sort of this game's equivalent of like raids. I don't really know, but that's my assumption. Oh, he kind of still exists when he's invisible, I think. Alright, another belt. Man, these people are dropping a lot of belts. I love the belts around here. I need to make some more space. Oh my god, my inventory is just... I'm getting rid of Star Metal. Star-Lord. I realized Star Metal was probably valuable, that's why I was keeping it, but... I don't know, man. I need to find a shop. There's got to be one in Hackashay, you would think. Or at least, I would hope so. To the Founder's Chamber. Hello.
Consul Balorin Kai, I presume?
Very good, assassin scum. You and your companion have been most insistent. Come, let us speak.
Insistence my middle name.
Faina has called my spirit to judge her. By her quill, my
What's the
name
danger?
was written. By her hands, the paper lotus placed. And so I have come to punish her wickedness. And yet you try to stop me. Who are you to deny me my revenge?
Why do you crave revenge? What did she do?
When I escaped Cyrodiil, I had but one man to protect me. Someone I placed my utmost faith in. My utmost trust. Lieutenant Line Bardwick. But when it came time to guard me from my Morag Tong assassin, my protector fled.
I like this dude's voice. Oh, very nice. So a Morag Tong assassin killed you?
Yes. Though not before I was able to inflict a mortal wound myself.
Oh, that's my boy.
Both I and my assassin died that day. But not Line Bardwick. He looted my corpse and claimed my name. It was he who founded Hackashay, not I.
But why abduct magnate Faina Darrak? She didn't betray you.
Her family continued to spread the lies of my betrayer. For centuries, they have proclaimed themselves nobility. But all they have inherited is lies. She must renounce her title and tell her people the truth. Only then will I be content.
What you're saying is, she ain't a witch performing rituals, which would have been pretty cool. However, this might be cooler. I will relay the message.
Go then, and convince Faina Darrak to speak the truth. Only that will save her.
Is she not right next to me? Can't you tell her yourself? Because clearly you can speak to living people. You're doing it right now. Unless my character did. What prompted your return?
The Proving Festival is a time for the Akaviri people to commune with their ancestors. Not only does it allow the dead to view the living world, it also invites us to cross over. Faina Darrak called me to judge her. I have come to do so.
So why the hell would she instigate this if she knew the repercussions? I'm confused. But she didn't do anything, it was her ancestor who stole your identity.
And so I did not kill her, as I attempted to kill Line Bardwick when first this festival was held. My lieutenant also summoned me by our ancient rites, though he did not realize this. I was compelled to cross over and judge his wicked ways.
But you were unsuccessful?
Line Bardwick was a strong mage in his own right. He cast me away. For centuries I have waited for another Proving Festival, but I suspect that Line Bardwick took precautions against my return. But now, at last, the truth can be revealed.
He waited centuries. What do you want to bet he was standing around the tomb instead of being fed grapes by hot bitches? These ghosts have got just the wrong idea. So he says, fuck you.
I can't believe it. The founder of Hakusei, my ancestor, he lied?
That seems to be the case, yeah. Will you speak the truth?
You don't understand. To admit such a horrid truth wouldn't just dishonor me. It would dishonor my entire family.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get
All
that.
of my ancestors, who have done such great things for Hakusei, they'll all be disgraced. How can I do that?
Makes a fair point, actually. So you want to keep lying about your ancestry?
No. No. I don't want to keep lying. The citizens of Hakusei deserve nothing but my complete honesty, even if it comes at the cost of my family's reputation. I'll do it. Ancestors, forgive me, but I'll tell everyone the truth.
I'll do it. I'll rob the quickie mod. So she actually seems like a pretty cool, like, you know, like a nice leader, I guess. I thought she was going to be a witch. Let's get going then. How I've misjudged you just from your appearance. What did we learn today, children? Don't judge a book by its cover.
I'll be watching, Faina Derok, waiting for you to speak the truth.
I'll keep my word.
Well, seems like it's time to get going then. I'll meet you in the town square.
Man has no ass. Alright.
I shall see if Faina Derok honors her words. Only then can I rest.
No, you will not rest in peace. You will suffer in the acrid stench of death for eternity. I'm the Undertaker. This is my promo. Never give the Undertaker a microphone. Also, okay, so I watch professional wrestling, right? In case that wasn't obvious. Much to my chagrin sometimes. But though sometimes it's good. You know, when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, you're like, holy shit, this is fucking dreadful. So, 30s. Anyway, so there's this female wrestler called Natalya. She's actually related to Bret Hart. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Bret Hart, even if you aren't particularly familiar with wrestling. So, Natalya... No, she's not related to Bret Hart. What the fuck am I saying? She's related to Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who was Bret Hart's tag team partner in the Hart Foundation. So she calls him Uncle Bret, but he's not actually her uncle. But anyway, so to get to the point. She cut this promo, and a promo is just when they speak into a microphone and talk shit, basically. She cut this promo on Raw the other day, and she literally said verbatim, no, hang on, let me get this correct. You can't break my arm, but if you break my arm, I won't tap. So she literally followed up immediately from saying, you can't break my arm, with, if you break my... Fuck you! He seems like a nice girl, but don't ever give her a microphone.
It seems my investigation has come to an end. The rumor was false, my family name is cleared, and no one even needed to be executed. A happy ending all around, wouldn't you say?
Someone was going to be executed? I missed that? Damn it!
The Morag Tong
the
isn't
potent
one to
staff
leave
of
loose
storms.
threads, even one that's been dangling for over a century. Luckily for Faina Derok, my grandfather was able to complete his
struggling
writ.
with that, great.
Yeah, a reward for services rendered.
Good job at turning invisible. Thanks, pal. Thanks, pal. Right, get out of here. Look at the horse.
It seems
doing
my
his leg thing. Give me that stuff, bitch.
Now, despite our daring rescue, I'm certain the magnate doesn't want a member of the Morag Tong hanging about. Though it doesn't look like she's about to make her big announcement, doesn't it? Well, perhaps I'll stick around long enough to watch.
Yes. Tell me more about the Morag Tong.
The Morag Tong is an organization of assassins. Agents are assigned writs of execution, perform said executions, and then go along the merry way. That's the long and short of it in any case.
Again, I've played a lot of the Elder... Well, okay, I've played a lot of Oblivion and Skyrim and a decent amount of Elder Scrolls Online. So I do know what the Morag Tong is, by the way. Because I know... You know, 99.9% of you are aware that I'm mostly asking these questions just because it's interesting and more for the viewers than myself. I do know mostly what he's going to say, but though occasionally they do give you some information where I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, I want to be clear on that. I ask these questions more for the viewers than myself. I know who the Morag Tong are. There's like a big quest for one of the DLCs in Oblivion about the Morag Tong. Like the Dark Brotherhood, only not spelt the same.
I'd ask you not to compare us to those lunatics.
So he is.
Our practices, morbid as they may seem, are perfectly legal and keeping with dark elf traditions. I kill only who I am sanctioned to kill.
Yeah, they're more like bounty hunters, whereas the Dark Brother are just kind of like a bunch of dicks, really. They're more like bounty hunters, and they are specifically dark elves. I don't think they let anyone else in. I don't think you can be a Morag Tong if you're a catman, though I could be wrong. And when you were really going to kill Magnate Faina Darak?
If I had to. My preference was always to prove this rumor false, of course. Still, a writ is a writ. If my grandfather failed to do his duty, then I would have done it for him. Simple.
Your grandfather's writ was for Stephen, not Faina Darak.
My grandfather was following a writ which called for the death of potentate Severian Shorak and all his heirs. Had Faina Darak been a descendant of the proconsul, her execution would also fall under this writ. Naturally.
That seems a little fucked up. Like, so this guy, we don't like him. Bit of a bad guy. So what you gotta do is kill every one of his ancestors that ever exists. Also, by the way, now that I think about it, if you did a good job of doing that in the first place, he would have no more ancestors, because, you know what I mean? Like, the breeding line would have stopped at some point, because you would have killed everyone that could create more ancestors. So at some point, someone really fucked up here. That seems like a technicality.
I'll let the Morag Tong know your feelings soon as I'm back in Morrowind. I'm sure they're just dying to hear your opinion.
Wow. Alright. Fuck you, buddy. Claim, what do we get? 10 lockpicks, some counterfeit pardon edicts, a dungeon fighter, and I need space for the pardon edicts. And it lovely having no space at all. It's just wonderful. Yes, it's just absolutely just the best thing ever. There we go. Should also level up. We still have 2 skill points. I don't really know what to use them on. I'll probably go with passives, but we'll probably do that next episode, because this episode's been going on a long time.
My family has long claimed to be descended from the potentate.
And we ain't done that.
But this is not the truth. The man who founded the town, my ancestor, was a traitor. He betrayed Proconsul Baloran Kai and stole his name.
Killer!
My family's legacy is only a lie.
String her
I
up.
revoke
String
my
her up.
title as magnate. And should you decide it, I will leave Hakoshé forever.
Get out.
This dishonor is mine to bear. And I accept it.
No! We still want you to be our magnate!
I still love
You're
you.
an honorable woman, Faina Darak.
You deserve to lead this town.
Oh, my heart.
Everyone, thank you. Thank you so much.
And now I kill everyone.
Finally, I am a...
What? What? Who's... What? Uktavanzabi? Who the fuck is... Oh, this is a different quest, isn't it? I think? Yeah. Okay, I was super confused. Was it you talking?
Now, despite our daring rescue, I'm certain the magnate doesn't want a member of the Morag Tong.
Sure he did her big announcement. Can I talk to her? Yes, we can.
Greetings, traveler. I hope you're doing well.
Apart from the tooth situation, I'm fine. You seem rather happy given all that's happened.
Honestly, I'm still wrapping my head around it all. My entire life, I thought that I was a descendant of the potentate. To realize that was a lie is... well, it's hard. But I'm still Faina Darak. I know who I am, and so too do my people.
Damn it. I was trying to tab out subtly to bring up the patron thing to do the outro, but I cut off her saying people. I fucked it up. So you're going to continue to be the magnate.
Yes, for as long as Hakoshé will have me. And even if that changes, I'll still do my best to help this town however I can.
I need to pee really bad.
This is my home, no matter who my ancestors were or were not. I realize that now.
Lovely. I've drunk almost an entire bottle of water. I need to go easy on that. For those who don't know, there is a thing called water toxicity, where if you drink too much, like, fluids, you can actually fucking die from water toxicity. I'm not saying drinking, like, a 500 milliliter bottle in, like, an hour is gonna do that to you, but if you do that for, like, every hour of the day, then yes. So, yeah. Probably should ease up on that. I'm probably drinking a lot because of the two situation. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, I would appreciate a like and or a comment, preferably. Both helps out a great deal. Thank you so much for the support in the series as well. You guys are awesome. Thank you to this month's patrons again. If you want to become a patron yourself, would appreciate the shit out of it. You do get benefits. The link's in the description. Thank you to Pedro Marquez, Hitbox, Blackwolf8994, Arcurus, George Blackwell, Loot Smoke Soldier, Vincent Clark, Miss Justice 83, Bloodpire, Billy 9, Shadow Sephiroth 666, Awena 1997, Marcin Cisnewski, Jeremy Burris, Philip Rep, Rex Burma, and Luna Parker. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you next time for more Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr.